I need your help, please subscribe my channel. It was a Thursday morning when Lily looked me squarely in the eyes and said, I'm going to see my mom. Her tone was unnervingly calm, almost rehearsed. She wore a soft blue dress I hadn't seen in months, the one she reserved for special dinners, not casual family visits. I noticed her perfume too, stronger than usual. How long will you be gone? I asked, leaning on the kitchen counter. Just the weekend, she said with a faint smile. Mom's been feeling lonely. I nodded, kissed her forehead, and watched her wheel her suitcase out the door. Everything felt normal, or at least it was supposed to. For the rest of the day, I tried not to dwell on it. Lily and her mom had always been close. They talked almost nightly. I even texted her mother around noon to check if Lily had arrived safely. No reply, which wasn't unusual. She wasn't great with phones. Still, something about the silence gnawed at me. Instinct? Overthinking? I couldn't tell. That night, I called Lily before bed. After a few rings, she picked up. I heard faint music in the background, not the quiet of her mother's house. Hey, where are you? I asked lightly. At Mom's, she said quickly. We're watching a movie. I'll call you tomorrow, okay? Her voice was cheerful, but the sounds behind her didn't match a movie. Plates clinking, laughter, quiet chatter like a restaurant. I didn't push it. I told myself I was imagining things. The next morning, I texted her mom again. Hope you and Lily are having a good time. Her reply made my stomach drop. Good time? I haven't seen Lily in weeks. Is everything okay? I reread it 3 times, hoping I'd misunderstood. No luck. I called her immediately, pretending to stay calm. Hey, just making sure you're doing okay. Lily said she came to visit. Her pause was enough. She didn't come here, sweetheart. Are you sure she didn't go somewhere else? The first crack had appeared, small but deep. I hung up, staring at my phone, mind racing. Maybe she stopped on the way. Maybe it was a friend. Or maybe she lied. The thought rolled over me like a cold, slow wave. That night I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face, the calm, practiced smile when she said she was visiting her mom. By morning, I told myself there must be a reasonable explanation. Maybe her mom forgot? Or maybe Lily didn't want me to worry about something personal. Still, the unease lingered, whispering. Around noon, I tried calling her again. No answer. Another call. Nothing. I texted. Everything okay? Delivered, no reply. By evening, I paced the living room, watching the clock. At 9 p.m., a message finally arrived. Busy, talk tomorrow. No emojis, no warmth, just cold, mechanical words. The next morning, I went to her vanity, something I hadn't done in years. Her perfume bottles were there, but the one she'd worn that Thursday was gone. Her favorite necklace, the one I gave her for our 5th anniversary, was missing too. Then I spotted a folded receipt tucked under a scarf in her purse. It was from a boutique hotel 2 cities over, dated Thursday, the same day. 1 room, 2 nights, paid in cash. My hands trembled. Every defense I'd built crumbled instantly. I called the hotel, pretending to confirm a reservation. Yes, Mrs. Lewis checked in yesterday afternoon, the receptionist said without hesitation. Would you like me to connect you to her room? My mind screamed no, my heart whispered yes. But then she added, oh wait, they checked out this morning. They. My throat tightened. I thanked her mechanically and hung up. I sat there staring at the floor. The woman who kissed me goodbye, who said she was visiting her mother, had spent the weekend in a hotel with someone else. I didn't know who, and I didn't want to guess. That night I poured a drink, turned off my phone, and sat in silence. Betrayal doesn't explode. It seeps, quietly filling the spaces love once occupied. 2 days later, Lily returned as if nothing had happened. Same light perfume, same soft tone. She smiled, set her bag down, kissed my cheek. But her eyes wouldn't meet mine for more than a second. How's your mom? I asked, voice calm, too calm. She's doing better. Good to spend time with her, she replied. I nodded slowly, pretending to accept it. My hands rested on the counter, steady but cold. I called her, I said finally. She froze back, still turned. You called her, she whispered. Yes, because I care. Because when my wife says she's going to see her mother, I want to know she's safe. She turned pale, lips trembling. It's not what you think, Daniel. Then what is it? I stepped closer. I also called the hotel. Her eyes widened, panic, guilt, fear tangled together. She tried to speak, but no words came. I reached into my pocket and placed the folded receipt on the counter. 2 nights, I said quietly. Paid in cash. She sank into a chair, head in her hands. I didn't mean for you to find out this way. I laughed, not in humor but in disbelief. Find out what exactly? That you've been lying to me? That the woman I trusted most thought I'd never see through a cheap lie? Her eyes filled with tears. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. I needed space. And she stopped herself too late. The name she didn't say was louder than anything in the room. Who is he, Lily? I asked evenly, chest heavy but voice controlled. She shook her head, whispering, It's over now. No, I said softly. It's just beginning. I grabbed my keys, paused at the door. You lied to my face, looked me in the eyes and walked out like nothing was wrong. You didn't go to your mother, Lily. You went to destroy what was left of us. She sobbed, reaching out, but I didn't turn back. I didn't shout or throw anything. I simply walked out, closed the door, and drove without a destination. The night air was colder than usual, each mile pulling me further from the man I used to be. Every promise, every moment of trust, traded for a weekend that meant nothing. The next morning I called my lawyer. I didn't want revenge. I wanted peace, the kind that comes not from running, but from ending the cycle of lies. My lawyer listened, asked a few questions, and said calmly, We'll make sure it's handled cleanly. You deserve better than this chaos. I spent the following week packing my things piece by piece. Lily tried calling, texting, even showing up at work. I didn't respond. Every message began with apologies and ended with blame. I had read enough confessions in my career to know these weren't apologies, just attempts to ease guilt. When she finally arrived at the house one evening, makeup streaked, voice trembling, I was waiting with a box of her things by the door. Daniel, please don't do this. We can fix it, she said. I stared at her long enough to let it sink in. You can't fix something you destroyed on purpose, I said. It was one mistake, she whispered. No, I said quietly. It was a decision. Every lie, every excuse, every time you looked me in the eyes and said you were somewhere else, that wasn't a mistake. That was a choice. She didn't answer. She just stood there, shaking, realizing the man who once begged her to stay was now done. I handed her the box. Take your things, Lily. Don't come back. The papers will find you soon enough. As she walked out, I felt something I hadn't in months. Relief. Not forgetting, but acceptance. In the days that followed, I learned something vital. Closure isn't about revenge, or even understanding why someone hurt you. It's about walking away before their chaos becomes yours. Sitting alone in that quiet house, I realized she hadn't left me empty. She had just made room for peace.